All right. Good day, everyone, and welcome to part 2 of our vocational training series hosted by the Akwa Ibom State Association of Nigeria, USA, Inc., popularly referred to as AKISAN USA. My name is Itoro Akpanikwad, and I am the national president. For more information about our organization, visit our website, www.akisan.org, or you can reach me at our phone number, and everything is above me as we speak. Last time we had Mr. Hanson Johnson of Start Innovation Hub. He'll be starting an IT camp with us beginning 22nd of January. Today we have the pleasure of hosting Mrs. Mariatherese Adiakpan, the Executive Director of Uyai College of Creative Arts, located at 34 Enwe Street in Uyo. For more information regarding our skills programs, you can visit akisan.org/skills, and we have our information on there. We encourage all of you to go visit if you're in Nigeria. If you're not in Nigeria, send someone to go check it out, because at the end of the day, it is your money that you'll be spending on a sponsor back at home. Before we begin officially, I am going to read Ms. Adiakpan's bio, and we will go from there. Give me 1 second, please. All right, so Mariatherese Adiakpan, popularly known by her moniker Uyai, which means beauty in Ibibio, is considered one of the most gifted and creative designers in the South-South Nigerian fashion industry. The groundbreaking entrepreneur, fashion designer, storyteller, writer, filmmaker, events curator, educator, and a chef, has been a pioneer for a multitude of creations in the arts and humanities over the last 2 decades, working with notable artists like Joke Silva, Adebayo Modela Adegbe, Zizi Kadao, Kate Henshaw, Mike Akpan, the late Ndubisi Oko, Moses Esco, and plenty more over the years. She attended Charles Walker Nursery and Primary School, Calabar, Cross River State, Cornelli College, Uyo, Akwa Ibom State, School of Arts and Science in Uyo, the University of Calabar, Cross River State, Joseph Business School, Uyo, and Red Dish Chronicles Culinary School, Lagos, to mention but a few. Mariatherese began to work in Akwa Ibom State from 1998 as head designer, Marie T. Couture. She became famous for her seminal fashion shows tagged Uyai Fashion Show, multitasking as designer, curator, and fashion promoter. Uyai Fashion Shows became the catwalk runway mainstay in Akwa Ibom State, running back-to-back successively and flying on the wings of 3 exciting seasons before it hit gold and ran over with the classic Uyai Color Me Red show sponsored by the telco giants V-Mobile. Uyai Color Me Red catapulted the Uyai brand and also made Mariatherese a popular and iconic figure in the Nigerian culture and tourism space. During its time, V-Mobile branded itself as a network for the Nigerian people, with the catchphrase being, "It's all about you." Uyai Color Me Red was all about Akwa Ibom and Nigerian fashion and was approved as the official state event to commemorate and celebrate the 18th anniversary of Akwa Ibom State in 2005. The blooming model industry in Uyo is a branch of that tree planted from the first Uyai Fashion Show in 2001. Most second-generation models in Uyo came up off this tree and became visible starlets in their own right. In 2005, Mariatherese, the writer and storyteller, made a foray into filmmaking through her Mariatherese Productions Limited with the production of a movie called To Love and to Hold. That production allowed many up-and-coming Akwa Ibom actors an opportunity to launch their careers, starring alongside veteran Nollywood actors in a cross-pollination of talent and artistry. She has produced a stable of over 10 films, notably, among others, Different Reasons, Utap, Written in the Stars, Kenyan Jesus, and The Return. Mariatherese is presently the chairman of the Ibom Movie Producers Forum in Nigeria. With the beautiful objective of celebrating achievers in the Akwa Ibom and Cross River State entertainment industry in South-South Nigeria, Mariatherese set up Soul Minds Entertainment in 2013. Soul Minds Entertainment is packaged Ntanta Awards, an event hosted to reposition the Aqua Cross entertainment industry and further contribute positively to the growth of the entertainment industry in the South-South region and Nigeria. Ntanta Awards held in April 2013 at Akwa Ibom Hall in Uyo. Now an alumnus of Red Dish Chronicles Culinary School, Lagos, the #1 culinary school in Nigeria, Mariatherese says cooking is her first love. Credit to her late father who discovered her love for cooking. In March 2020, Mariatherese opened the doors of Uyai College of Creative Arts, UCCA, out of her passion for creativity and originality to tutor people and transfer skills in different areas of creative arts, including hospitality, fashion and film production. The hospitality department in UCCA offers courses in continental culinary arts, African culinary arts, food and beverages, and so on. Mariatherese lives in and works in Uyai, Akwa Ibom State. She sits as the executive director of UCCA, director of Mariatherese Couture Embellishments, managing director of Mariatherese Productions Limited, and creative designer of Mariatherese Couture. She has a deep passion for her culture and tradition that was transferred to her by her forebears. She is happily married to Prince Awidagabasi Jacob Adiakpan with children. Her hobbies include cooking, traveling, and reading. That's a very impressive bio, I must say. I look forward to what you have to say to us today and to eventually partnering with you. So on that note, welcome Ms. Adiakpan, and please proceed.
Thank you very much, sir. I am very honored to be here. Mokom Bukrowo, and I believe that we are staying safe. Our family and our friends and loved ones are safe at this time. So Tati for having me here. I'm very humbled.
Okay.
I represent Uyai College of Creative Arts. I sit as the executive director of that school. Even though I'm the carrier of that vision, I have about 18 people working with me. The school administrator, his assistants, and other head of departments and instructors. We are working together as a team. I cannot see you, sir.
Okay.
Our aim and objective of opening that school is to give the young ones and anybody who is interested proper certification as it concerns skills. So we have 6 departments: hospitality, fashion, film production, interior decoration, entrepreneur department, and skin and makeup department. Right now, our star department is hospitality department. If you ask me why the star department is hospitality, very simple. We know that nobody can do without food. We could stay without buying clothes, but we can't stay without buying food. We can stay and manage any other thing, but not food. And we will also agree with me that Akwa Ibom food is the best food in Nigeria and Africa, as I'm arguing now with everybody. And some people will say it's the best, Akwa Ibom food is the best in the world. I agree with them. And being the best cuisines in Nigeria, everybody look up to us as it concerns food. If you go to a restaurant in Abuja and you see a dikang and you've not been home for a while, you want to eat. They bring it to you, you'll be so disappointed because it's not a dikang you're eating. I'm talking about Nigeria. How much more going out of Nigeria? Why do people do that? Because they know that immediately they have Akwa Ibom food on their menu. Anybody, Igbo, Yoruba, Hausa, will want to eat and it will sell. Even if it's not as tasty as what an Akwa Ibom person will prepare, because it is Akwa Ibom food, it will sell. Akwa Ibom food is a brand. So on a daily basis, a weekly basis right now, I have people calling me from all over, from Abuja, Port Harcourt, Enugu. I want to open a restaurant because if you Google us now, culinary school in Akwa Ibom State is Uyai College of Creative Arts to pop up. So people call me, they want chefs, they want cooks. Unfortunately, we don't have people in that profession, trained people, professional personnel in that field. So that is why I say that that is our star department. If we own the best cuisines in Nigeria, in Africa, I don't see why we should not fill up the gap in that space. Put up 10 chefs right now. Out of every 10, you'll have one Akwa Ibomite. So that is not good. So we are training people to become professional chefs and professional cooks. Next is the fashion industry. Fashion is selling. When once you graduate, you don't necessarily have to work with somebody. You can open your shop. You can start off from the house. From church, from family to church, you will have clients. Then you can now move to your shop. That is how I started as a person. From my church, I used to have somebody, a commissioner of police wife, who always wait for me to see what I was going to wear as a young girl. She would just buy it off me. And I was like, if a commissioner of police at that time, the wife of the commissioner of police will buy clothes off me, why can't I start? That's how I opened my first shop. So fashion business is very lucrative. If a person can cut well and finish properly, because it's not only fitting, proper finishing, it comes together. Most people don't have that because they didn't go to school to learn how to sew. Cutting and finishing, the fitting and the finishing goes together. If you have that, you can stay in your room, in your parlor, and you're making money. Very easy. The next is film production. Film production has so many departments. One can be a script writer, one can be a director, one can be a production manager. It has so many departments. And right now, immediately after COVID-19 stay at home ban was lifted, we've had about more than 30 film productions in Akwa Ibom this year, more than 30 film productions. And more than half, Yoruba. Next year, the industry is going to boom in Akwa Ibom State, film production. So this year I trained about 47 students on film production in different departments. I had a sponsor, my husband, who sponsored us to train 47 students in different departments. This month, I'm going to shoot a film, a Netflix quality, because we're having Netflix in mind, to give them exposure on proper field experience. So one can still also make a living from there. We have decided, a few of us have decided that we are not going to sit down and fold our hands and see people from other tribes come and take over the industry from us. Even though government is not helping, we are not going to wait for government. Government didn't help Nollywood to grow. So we've decided to do what we can do to help the Akwa Ibom film industry. If we've had more than 30 films this year alone, we know we can imagine what is going to happen next year and beyond. So film production is also there. And film production can also be, now we're talking about multiple streams of income. One can be a designer and can also have any department of film production as part-time. One can be a lecturer, one can be any, and still come into film production as part-time and make money. Interior decoration is another department, very lucrative. Right now we have people building houses. Everybody wants to be stylish in one way or the other now. So interior decoration also has different segments. We're talking about the windows. One can do only drapes. Everybody knows you as somebody who does drapes, and you're making a living out of it. You could go into, one can go into furnishing. One can go into wall art. One can go into flooring, or take up the interior decoration as a whole. It depends on how creative that person is. So there are so many segments in interior decoration that one can work from side by side and make a living. Skin care and makeup. The in thing right now, I see everybody owning a makeup studio. Everybody wants to own a makeup studio. Every young girl in Nigeria right now. Makeup studios, we have makeup studios like we're having schools and churches. It's on streets. On one street, you can have up to 5, 6 makeup studios. And I tell them, go to school and get yourself trained properly. Even though I don't do makeup, but I tell you that there are people who, if they don't have their faces made up, they cannot leave their homes because of one reason or the other. So there is money in it. Some of our ladies, if they don't call somebody to come and tie them gele in the morning, Sunday morning, they don't go to church. And then them 2,000, 3,000, head tie, not makeup before I come for Obasi. It's a lifestyle. Everybody wants to look good. So there is money also in skincare and makeup. But my advice to everybody is to go to school and do it right. Get certification. Don't go to the roadside makeup studio and learn. Get proper certification, and that is where we are. We are there to fill that gap. Because the time is coming very soon in Nigeria where if you don't have proper certification, you will not be employed. So that is where we are. What can they do? I have already said what they can do after school. They can even work for themselves or get employed and work with another entrepreneur. It's very easy. So that is what we are doing right now.
Thank you very much, Madam. That wonderful presentation. Before I open up the floor for questions, I just wanted to explain something that for those who may not have watched our first video with Mr. Hanson Johnson. So typically what we do is, as an association, is we wait till convention in August. And by the way, by God's grace and COVID willing, we'll have our 2021 convention from August 5th to August 9th next year in Atlanta. And we wait till that convention to raise funds, and then we define the projects we want to do, and then we have those projects. So in my administration, I'm trying to come up with something different. We shouldn't have to wait till conventions to raise money. So we're trying to source for these classes through private donations. Having said that, you're not just donating to a general pot. You will determine who you want to sponsor. Yeah. Money goes from you to that person. Of course, AKISAN will collect the funds and make one bulk payment to make it easier. But the bottom line is it's your money, you determine where you want it to go. So for example, I have a lady here who wants to sponsor well, this is in the case of the IT 5 people, but she says she wants it to go towards women, and that's fine because it's her money. So it's not like typically where we use AKISAN funds, we set up a committee, we have all these applications, and all that, which drags out the process. So that's where this vocational training comes in. Now, again, before I open it up to questions, off camera, we were talking about the Ibom Food Festival that you intend to start. Could you elaborate on that?
Okay, on a Ibom Food Festival. Ibom Food Festival is a celebration of Akwa Ibom cuisines. We're celebrating Akwa Ibom cuisines through food. We'll agree that aside sports, another thing that brings people together easily is food. Different cultures can sit on the same table through food. So if you are saying that Akwa Ibom State has the best cuisines, we shouldn't just talk about it outside and we are not celebrating it. So we want visitors, tourists to come into Akwa Ibom. Now we are saying that Akwa Ibom is the most peaceful state in Nigeria. So we want visitors come in, we have the food, we have security, come in 3 days, sit down and enjoy our food. So we are going to have the Ibom Food Festival Village on Ibom Hall's grounds. We've already started the process already. We will have in every village, Ufok makes up a village, in our different villages. Ufok Itiaba, Ufok Adiakpan, Ufok this and Ufok that makes up a particular village. So we will have 10 Ufoks. Ufok Otama, Ufok Afang, Ufok Etoke, Ufok Edesi, Ufok Ufok. We are going to promote our local gin. We want to see different healthy cocktails produced out of Ufofop. So Ufofop is not a bad drink if it is used in a healthy way. We are going to have Ufombenmong. Ufombenmong is going to promote seafoods, different kinds of seafoods. Ufo Utata is going to promote the different kinds of protein that we have. First of them is Ewa 404, our local 404 delicacy. And then we will promote bush meat and promote one kind of fish. Every year we will tell our participants, different folks, what kind of delicacy we want to see. We will have Uforiwa. Uyai cassava, ufok, different kinds of ufok, 10 of them on one spot. The first day we are going to open it with a book launch. We're talking about our food. Let us have a book, a cuisine book, introducing different kinds of Akwa Ibom delicacies and how to prepare it. And then we are going to have a talk shop. We'll have the children and adults together. Let our young ones tell us how they would like to eat different kinds of meal. Mommy didn't prepare it this way. This is what we would like to see. We sit down and have a workshop so that when we go home and go back to our kitchens, we see what we could do to improve our family meals. And then we open the festival. Day 2, the festival continues. But in the evening of day 2, we are going to have what we call Tales by Moonlight. Remember in those days, I don't know if all of us has experienced Tales by Moonlight, but remember going to the village and we'll sit in a circle. And then we have folklore and folk tales. Most of us, our children, don't have that experience. So we are having that in the evening of that day, and we are bringing 2 people to tell us 2 stories. Then some of Uran will be there, and the Commissioner for Women Affairs is the second person who will be there to tell stories. And then the 3rd day, the festival continues and it will be closed. This festival is going to be a ticket we will have a get ticket, because what we're trying to do is to stop hoodlums from attending the event. No matter how small the ticket will be, the fee will be, it will stop hoodlums from attending the event, so that we know that our guests and visitors and tourists are free from pickpockets, armed robbery, and the rest. That is in a nutshell what the event will look like. And we are having brands coming in already. Maggi is coming in, and we're still negotiating, talking with other brands to come partner with us. Possibly, maybe the state government will come. I don't know yet. I've told myself I'll not run after state government anymore. I want state government to come after us. So possibly they might come. I don't know until then. But we want to celebrate Akwa Ibom delicacies through that event. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So I look forward to that event. Hopefully many people can attend. At this point, I will open it up to, I know there are only 3 people on the call right now. However, this is recorded and will be uploaded to YouTube. So at any point you have any questions, you can contact me or contact Mrs. Adiakpan directly. So I don't know if people on the call have any questions right now. If not, I'll go ahead with some that a lot of people have actually sent to me over the last 2 weeks.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so I guess I will start off with it. So the first question is, how many students were in your latest fashion and culinary arts classes?
Okay, we have 10 students right now in the fashion class, but not for COVID-19. We would have rounded up that class this December. But I have told them that they've not covered their curriculum for the year. So we are sending them off in the first week of March next year, even though we are going to start off the new class January next year. Okay. So 10 students are in class right now.
Okay, and so if this is something that AKISAN is involved in, when would it start so that people can have enough time to prepare in terms of payment and other things?
Say that again, please, sir.
Oh, sorry. So yeah, the question is, in the event that AKISAN partners with your school, so as to give sponsors enough time to prepare financially, when will we be starting classes for us? Or will we be grouped in with the people starting in January?
It depends on what you're coming up with. We could start a class for you separately, or if you are ready by January, you could join the general class. It depends on your timing, not mine now. Okay.
So the January one, what date specifically?
The January one, we are resuming on the second Monday of January. I can't remember the date right now, but second Monday of January. That's when we are resuming.
Okay, that's good enough. I'll figure it out. And I'm happy that you addressed the COVID issue, because that was another question people had, how you are training in this COVID era. By the way, if you want to check out where Ms. Adiakpan, the school is, it's at 34 Enwe Street in Uyo. And they also have a website, which I believe is uyaicreativearts.com.
Yes.
All right. And I know you covered a lot in terms of what your school provides, but if you were to say your top 2 or 3 classes in terms of popularity, which would they be?
That will be our star department, hospitality department, and the fashion department.
All right. And you mentioned something about certification during your presentation. So is this something that you provide?
Yes, we are government approved.
Oh, wonderful. So this
Yes.
is that graduates, I guess they can use this. I would, of course, love them to stay within Akwa Ibom State, but if they were to move outside of the state, that would be recognized as well.
It will be recognized, yes. And we are also working with working towards having issue them diploma.
Okay.
NAPTEP diploma.
All right.
So that if there's anybody who wants to further go to the university to study home economics, it will be accepted.
Great. Wonderful. All right. And then, so you mentioned, like I asked you how many people had graduated in your latest class. Of those numbers, because one thing we're really keen on as an association is transparency. Okay.
Yes.
And also accountability. So in terms of the number that graduated, do you follow up with those students to see where they are upon graduation?
Yes, we will do that to a certain level.
Okay.
Our first graduate is on his way to Ghana right now. Hopefully by January, he'll be in Ghana, because we have obtained a place for internship.
Okay.
And internship, and that restaurant, they are going to pay him. Usually when we are going for internship, you are not paid because it's an extended class. But this one, he'll be paid.
Okay.
Immediately as he leaves Uyo, we are going to take pictures. As he arrives Ghana, he will send us pictures in the kitchen so we can post it on our website, so that we know that what we are doing, we are not just telling tales, but that they are true.
Okay. Others
are still in school right now. Another graduate of us is leaving for Dubai by January, and he has already sent a certificate to her place of work in Dubai, and it is accepted.
Okay. That is wonderful, because this is another thing that I'm hoping to get out of this program. So typically we offer medical missions as an association, and we offer scholarships, right? But what I would like to see us do is get involved in situations like this where upon graduation, these people are already in like high demand. So they're getting paid too. So it's a win-win situation. It's not just where we're just funneling the money, but we empower them financially as well. So that's key.
Yes.
Another thing that I think I would call it a requirement of ours is for those people who will be coming under the AKISAN program, if you don't mind, give us like monthly updates, like you said, put it on your website, not just for us, but for other people, right?
Okay, that's what if you visit our Facebook page,
okay,
we post pictures every week.
Oh, great. Wonderful.
Uyai Official on Facebook. Uyai Official. We post pictures every week on Uyai Official. And on Instagram. Yes, Uyai Official.
Wonderful. And as a matter of fact, I have linked those social media pages off of our website. So again, if you go there, akisan.org/skills, for those who will be watching this program later, everything about this school is on there. I strongly advise you to check it out. I don't know for those on the call if they have any questions. If not, I'll continue with mine. One key area, a lot of people have called me about this and also the other program, is a group rate for AKISAN, right? So yes, because the plan is to have at least 20 to 30. We want to start small on purpose because this is like a pilot program, right? Once that everything works out, then we can now use the statistics of this program and then expand it to, I'm just saying 200 people, whatever the number is, right? So,
yeah.
But again, we're going to send you a group of people under the name of AKISAN. So the question is, do you have a group rate for AKISAN?
Yes, to be honest with you, things have gone up like 100%. Prices of items in the market have gone up like 100% right now. And what we are doing is pure practical. We are doing 99% practical and 1% theory. We have classroom, we sit down and introduce the course, and then we go into the kitchen or we go into the fashion workshop. So because of this, discount rates. Afra, I even said we are going to increase school fees by next year. That is what we are deliberating on right now. But be that as it may, if you see the proposal I gave you last month or so, I had said yes. In October, I sent you a proposal, 5th of October. We had agreed, yes, we can do this. We can discount. How many students you have, we can work with it. We will surely give AKISAN discounts. But I also want you to help me and understand the fact that prices of have increased.
Oh, definitely.
And as a young business, we have to grow small.
Yes. That reminds me, that was another question people had. How long has the UCCA been in business?
We opened on the 31st of January this year.
Okay, cool. And then another question we had was, in order to handle these students, especially under the COVID times, how many staff do you have?
We have 18 staff.
Yeah.
We have 18.
And
as we grow, we will increase.
Exactly.
As the need arises, we will increase. We will bring more hands. And in this COVID time, because we are not really many, even if we are many, we have structured our classes. Like the professional class, I cannot take beyond 20.
Okay.
If that class is filled up, we have another batch. So we can have morning and afternoon.
Okay. Can you hear me?
We have 3 kitchens in the hospitality department and already have how many students each kitchen can sit, sitting capacity, and will not go beyond the sitting capacity for each kitchen. Same applies in the fashion department and the rest of the departments and the rest of the classes.
Very good. Okay, yeah, that's basically, you notice I'm looking away from the screen. Some people are texting me questions as we speak, so that's why I was looking at those questions. So definitely, this is something that, like I said, the session wants to pursue. I'm happy that you said you'd be starting it sometime in January to give people enough time to prepare. As I mentioned earlier, if this is something that you'd like the person you want to sponsor to be involved in, by all means, check out the school. Everything is on our website, but like I said, she's at 34 Enway Street in Uyai. But sorry, one more question. So
yes, sir.
Someone just asked me, they know you are in Uyai, but if someone were to live in Ekit, for example, how does that work? I guess they have to come from there, seek their own accommodation. How will that work?
We have accommodation. I have a hostel in the school.
Okay. Oh, great. Wonderful.
Yes. I have a limited space.
Okay.
Limited space. Because when I went to Lagos, it was difficult for me to have accommodation around. You know how Lagos is in Lupeju. So I had to live in a hotel. But the number of months I was in Lagos, I lived in a hotel because it was important for me to be in school. I had to look for a hotel accommodation around the school premises,
Okay.
or around the area where the school was.
All right.
So that is why I make sure that I have accommodation for people who will want to come outside Uyo.
Okay.
And I have very limited space.
Okay. So
quick question, please.
Okay. Yes, go ahead, Mr. Chibomosaro.
So the hostel, is it inclusive of the school fees, or it's a separate arrangement?
No, sir. It's inclusive of the school fees. It has its own price.
Okay. Was this part of what you had given to me? I don't think I saw that.
No, it's not there. It's not there.
If you don't mind, could you update that document and just on a make sure?
Okay, I will do that, sir. I'll do that, sir.
People might want to take advantage.
Yeah,
yes, I'll do that, sir.
That would be very important information to include, because if people know about these things or they're not close to you, they may be in Ikorabasi. They might want to know the possibility of surviving within your township. So yeah, that would be very nice to include that information. Thank you.
You're welcome, sir.
All right. Any other questions? Okay. If not, I know we were supposed to start at a certain time. We're waiting for more people to come on. Having said that, this is being recorded, so this will be put on YouTube. I will share with everyone eventually. Thank you very much for coming. Again, this is part of our vocational training series. If you know, including you, Mrs. Mariatherese, if even you know people who are offering in the areas of plumbing, carpentry, electrical work, we want to expand it to many things. So we started with the IT. We look forward to partnering with you on culinary arts, fashion, and the other areas that you specialize in. But yeah, we're looking for other areas as well. And again, for those who will, for those who will be watching this show later, again, the plan is pretty simple. You pick the people you want to sponsor, you pay AKISAN, and then we funnel all the money directly to the school. So the students will not handle the money. We don't want a situation where 100 people bombard these people with their fees. So we'll just send a one-time payment to the schools. Someone just sent in another question too, sorry. How long are each of these classes? How long do they take? In months or weeks or whatever? Hello? Hello? Okay, I think she has dropped off. Let's give her maybe a minute or two to see if she'll come back. But if not, I think personally we've had enough questions answered to make people comfortable with respect to what they would like to do. As I mentioned, I'll be uploading this to YouTube. I'll share it on our website. I'll share it on our social media pages. And again, if you have anyone back at home or you are going to be going home anytime soon, I strongly encourage you to visit not only this facility, but the one with Mr. Hanson Johnson, which is on Aron Road in Uyo. So on that note, thanks everyone for joining. Thanks for those who will be watching. I look forward to partnering with these schools. Have a good weekend and remain blessed. Thank you very much.